you. Thank you very much. And thank you. And nanu, or we say nanu, where I come from. If you don't know what either of those means, and you're wondering why it sounds like I have sucked a bean up my nose, I did, and I can explain that. Anyway, if you don't know what N-A-N-O mean, congratulations, because you're one of the remaining, I would say 11 people in the United States who have not seen the top-rated TV series Mork and Mindy, on which a young performer who not long ago was a complete unknown, as opposed to just being unknown, was the hottest new star in show business, and he became that by playing Mork, a creature from another planet, and the performer, of course, is Robin Williams. And I can only say that I hope PBS is ready for him, because he is my guest tonight and tomorrow night. Robin plays Mork with such inspired insanity that it almost bursts the narrow bounds of situation comedy, and it's easy to see when you watch him work that he is capable of much more. In fact, he's a well-trained actor who supported himself partly as a burglar, as a busker, while studying at Juilliard, possibly as a burglar too, but I'm doing sight reading here, so it's hard to... he also is a nightclub comedian. No, people always look to see if I'm actually reading, which I'm not. He just finished, Robin did, a smash appearance at the Copacabana here in New York. I was there the night some girls were being fed intravenously who had waited 22 hours to just catch a glimpse of the hem of his shirt as he went inside. That show was recorded. It'll be released as an album soon, so you see he's all over the place. He's already been signed to star in Robert Altman's film version of Popeye. So you're going to see a lot more of him. Don't get tired of him, because starting right now, you will see him right here. He didn't make it? Will you welcome, please, Robin Williams.
A new form of male contraception.
Oh. What goes in that? Robin, if you'd take that chair.
Whoa. Look at the size of those pistols, too. Scare people in the audience going,
we came to see Darling.
I have no idea why I have this. It was backstage, and something told me it was a good idea to be armed with a banana before coming out here.
I always wash mine before I eat them.
Well, how are you? How old are you? What's your favorite hobby? Do you have any favorite colors? And what's your most embarrassing experience?
Yes, maybe.
Now that
Thank you. Nice to have you on the show, David.
Oh, David.
David, it's smashing my... Oh, cameras. We better clean it up. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're going into the home,
Yes,
Mr.
welcome
Williams.
once again. Thank you, boys.
I should explain, if we both seem a little strange, a little shaky, it's that we rushed across town from a dance class. True?
Yes.
Yes.
If I denied you, you'd really feel bad, wouldn't you?
Yes, if you must agree with everything I say, at least 50% of them. And we both, a moment ago, were sweating, trembling, dashing through traffic, and here we are to have a nice, studied, serious seminar on the theory of comedy.
Nature of comedy, as we see it. Let's go back to ancient times to begin with. By showing you some brief slides, here we have Nefertiti and Ramses saying, "Not tonight, it's my pyramid."
Where does it say that?
It's back here on the slide.
Oh, yes.
We examine another one back here. We move along. Let's move a little bit farther back. You see several Cro-Magnon men laughing at a Neolithic man saying, "How many Neolithics does it take to light a fire?" Once again, that wasn't on there.
No, you
Look
made
at this
that
slide. Miss Lola doing incredible things with a chihuahua. Okay. What? That scared you?
Yes.
Look, toys all over the set. Can we... Don't be afraid. Come on, Mr. Camera. We're going crazy. Come on. Whoa.
Mother gave this so I could write my new book.
Buddha. No, an ode to Fred Silverman.
Take two. Let's go. Let's start from the beginning again. Otto, props. Let's go.
Oh, look. Better not touch that one. My God, there's a skeleton with red clothes on. That's real sick.
Oh, no. There are children watching.
You're right, they're going,
No, he's not dead. He's living in Miami Beach.
get away from there, you boys. Get away from the magazines. You make the pages stick together.
This is going to be an unusual program.
Yes. Especially how they're going to edit it.
I should have mentioned this before. We're going for a Peabody Award tonight for quality in television. And Robin, I am very pleased to have you here. I know this is not your usual sort of gig.
No, I haven't done any talk shows. Probably won't do any more either.
Really?
I'm seeing my career flash before me. It's too late.
Has this ever happened to you? Have you had the kind of stage fright that is so shocking, or on stage flop sweat experience, where it is, in fact, close to life flashing before your eyes?
Once I opened up, I went back home to my old college, and I thought it was going to be a wonderful experience. I turned out to go on between two heavy metal acid rock bands, and all the kids in the audience were on Quaaludes going, I don't know what you're doing. And they started throwing money. They thought that was really nice. So it got to be like Wild Kingdom. Hey, Tommy, it's a dude on stage. Let's throw something at him, see if he moves. Wow, he did. Bummer.
Under the influence of chemistry.
Yeah.
Where
Reality, what a concept. It was real scary. They saw vapor trails. That was the most scary time. And that and another time was opening up for a lady who was a disco singer, and she had the type of thing where every town she was in, she'd go, you know, I'm so happy to be in Cleveland, you know. And then yeah, and they had all these A&M record. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. All these. I'll take that back.
I should warn you that there are some real Russians in the studio, and so anything that you say in Russian double talk or in Russian scat or whatever will be instantly understandable.
You jive sucker, get off. Don't say
And we have not seen in Soviet Union, however.
Oh, then I'm safe.
You opened your act the other night as a Russian, and it was so believable and authentic that had I never seen you before, I would have thought you were from the CCCP itself. Is this an accent that comes natural to you? Is it family heritage? Are you Are you Russian at all?
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? No, I just dated the girls. I didn't know them. No, my favorite accent is that one. I mean, that an Indian accent. I want to, you know, this Swami.
When you give me the gifts, I'll buy a big car.
The Maharishi himself is a little higher than that.
And he talks almost like this, like Mickey Mouse on Valium.
That should get me killed if they come.
Come here, we want to mellow you out.
I found him a very nice man, but I found it hard to keep a straight face.
Oh, it is,
because of the sound of his voice.
And also he has the Enlightenment News. Have you seen that? It's on, they show it back in the West Coast, and it's just these very, very mellow people going, hello, today the sun came up. Let's look at what's happening in the world. Everything's going very well despite the wars and famine. And you go, okay.
No one ever frowns on that.
No, and then in contrast to that, they have like dueling evangelists with Reverend Ernest Angley and some other people.
Well, touch the TV and see yourself glow. You know?
There's something about him that lightens almost anything you bring up. At the end of the show, I thought of something I might have asked him on, and I said, he's such a man of peace, you know. I said, what would you have done with Hitler? Would you have killed him if you had the opportunity? And he took a beat, as we say in the biz, and then he said, I would have told him to meditate. And it was a very strange thing to have laughter following. But
you go, yes, thank you.
Of course, thank you. I can't conceive of you bombing these days, and it has to do with a weird thing called acceptance in the business. I know when I first appeared in clubs, I could set records for silence. But after I had appeared on television, I could do the same stuff.
And get raves from
and worse, even. I could be awful. But because they had seen me on TV, so the question becomes...
You became like Buckley there for a minute.
I did become...
I'm wondering briefly for a moment.
the question becomes, does one ever know after one is accepted and known whether they're laughing at you or the acceptance? It's a hard thing to know how well you're doing when you're...
Yeah, because it becomes... you have to have your own internal detectors on what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. Can you detect the too ready laugh
Yeah.
From the real laugh that...
You walk and go, hi, and they go, oh, the kid. You have to go, wait. Whoa, no, silly caca. We have to... Oops, can't say that, I'm sorry. Silly nini.
Yeah, I guess you're under pressure to do a certain amount of editing of yourself because in your act... I once heard the phrase skimming. Does that mean anything to you? Ron Carey, the comic, said, is your act clean or do you skim a little?
What does he mean, skim and get semi-blue and then come back up? And
I guess so, skim the surface of the of dangerous things to say or something like that. Or maybe
Sometimes.
skim the scum off the top of a pond. Or skim the cream off of the...
Sound like Rod McEwen.
You know...
A poem, Skimming Scum. As I skim scum and realize old wino bum drinking, puking on sidewalk. He's my friend on Stanyan Street.
Is there anything I could throw at you that would stop you, I wonder? Not that I want
Probably
to.
a gun would be...
Do you always carry a 50-pound sandbag?
No, that was backstage. We could do all sorts of wonderful things with that.
Mm-hmm.
Toys. Open it up and big snake in there.
There's a, what does that make me think
Oops,
of? What's
a fly.
The...
Wait. There he goes, he's off. Oh, he's on
He's
you
not
now.
kidding. And there was a sign, check your fly, a moment ago, and there he is. Have you ever had that dismal experience of walking out and had inordinate laughter from the people down very
Realizing
close
your fly
in
was
front?
open?
And then you think, now how am I going to find out if it's my fly is open or they're laughing at me? And your hand involuntarily starts to creep over to check, but you can't. I did this in San Francisco.
Was it open?
It was, in fact. Yes.
And you found cameraman going, Mr. Cavett.
No,
National Enquirer has unusual pictures of Dick Cavett.
well, this was in this was in the Hungry Eye nightclub, and it was lucky that there was something for them to laugh at that night, because
Some of those clubs are incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
the places I played in San Francisco, like beer and wine clubs that are, you get like, it's like street fighting and performing combined, because you get people so loaded they can't see.
and you're fighting for your life up
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's where you learn real quick lines, you have to start. It develops, you get real tough, because I saw a lot of friends who were very funny but gave it up after one or two times because they couldn't cope with people going, you suck, get off. And you had to-
Yeah, or the drunk heckler who, a heckler who's sober can be a help to an act, but the drunk who talks during your answer.
Yeah, they have no sense of fun. And usually they'll
Kills
come
it for
afterwards, come back up and go, I made your evening, didn't I, man? Yeah.
I've always thought there should be an ejector seat in clubs that you could ease the person over to and you could just...
Or vaporize them.
Yeah.
Oops, some little children are here.
There's a man in our business who...
They're learning some new words today. We use them in a sentence, though. He's going,
I know those words. Show me some others.
Actually, they're posing as children. They're merely...
William
there
Morris agents.
To under... Yes, there's some very big people here from William Morris.
Mr. Latsvogel, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. We'll talk breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You know, whatever you have is catching, because I'm not usually this weird myself. I'm often very sober. And...
the crews backstage are going, he's seeing his career flash before him. Look, Dick, at last a formula to make the entire world stupid.
I think someone has already invented it.
It's Tupperware, though. Good week.
Would you do the Bill Buckley show if he invited you? Because here you are.
Firing line?
Yeah, because you're a huge part of our popular culture now, and there's no reason why Buckley wouldn't.
Miss Williams, how can you say the video medium as we see it today, do you find nanu nanu means anything to anybody anywhere? I myself, as a neo-Republican, having seen you and Dick Cavett wonder why you're on television at all, I'm wondering briefly, if you'll bear with me. My other guests tonight include Leon Sphinx, will be here in a moment. We're going to ask him some questions and see if he can talk.
I have certain fantasies of people being paired, and I think I don't know if it's ever happened or not, but I would love to see Capote and Buckley together.
Oh, that'd be right. That'd be incredible. That'd be like
Shall we see what that would be like?
tag team wrestling.
No, I don't have your...
We should do them both as tag team wrestlers. That'd be great. If I get him in the ring, I will decimate him mentally and abuse him till he knows not where he's coming from. Thank you. It's up to you now.
Why don't we try this? I don't have your background in improv, as we say, but if I were to do Buckley, sort of Buckley, and you were to do Capote...
We should do them as two little children. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. You start.
Okay. I don't know why I'm here. Look, William, look. Look what they make us read in class. See, Dick Run. I don't think that's writing. I think that's just typing.
Mr. Capote, you're here because we're his children, aren't we? You're here.
We'll go through puberty then if you want.
Halfway there. You're here, Buckley as a child. You're here, Mr. Capote, because I invited you.
Oh, you eat boogers, die.